How can I forgive others? Could you help me? What should I do? Bishop Barra answers.
We also help people through the email. I have just received an email. We do not disclose your email address. We do not disclose here your name. But you know I'm talking to you. This lady said, my name is, I'm watching you right now, and I am seeking prayers for my family. We all suffer from a generational curse. She says, drugs has and still is controlling many family members. I seek a financial freedom for my family and healing for this family, because the doctor said that we all have the same disease. I also need prayer for my parents that are sick. You are in my prayers. Your family are in my prayers. But let me be honest to you and to all those who watch me right now. Prayers alone are not enough, because you have been praying and also calling many prayers line, going to church and talking to so many pastors. I'm sorry to say that this is not the solution. If we do not cut the problem by the roots, the problem is still there. You can cut off the tree, the branches, the fruits, the leaves, but if you do not go to the root of this problem, I tell you the truth, this problem will grow all over again and stronger. As you know, the older the root is, the stronger is the tree. The older your problem is, the stronger it will be in your life. So, Miss, you who sent to me an email and everybody watching me, we have to cut this problem by the root. This addiction in your family, this disease that runs in the family is an evil spirit. And I prove it to you right now.
When is life just coincidence? And when is something more sinister at work?
From the age of 14, I've been addicted to smoking cannabis. When I was 13, I fell into the wrong crowd, and it all started from there. I can't seem to stop. I need serious help.
This addiction. Seems like this runs in my family. But here I am, reliving my past.
And it feels like there's nothing I can do about it.
I tried everything, and nothing worked. I was cursed.
As a boy, Hector Torres lived in a good home along the U.S.-Mexico border, but at the age of 12 began using drugs and soon after got involved in bringing them across the border every weekend.
They pay me $1,500 cash.
Her father died of a drug suicidal overdose. Her aunts died from liver problems due to alcohol. Her cousins died with HIV due to drugs. And she was next in line.
I had several problems, but when I did come, I realized that I had a generational curse, which was an addiction to drugs, alcohol, men, and money, friends, which I thought were friends but were not. They introduced me to drugs. Men, mostly men, introduced me to drugs and alcohol and the life that I was living. It was horrible. I've actually been in a coma. I've attempted suicide several times. I flatlined, and they had told my parents, well, my mom, that I may not live. So, and this happened quite often. I suffered with these addictions for almost 20 years. I've actually been admitted to every single rehab in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Long Island, Staten Island, detox, even residential programs. I lived in residential programs. I tried everything, but in these programs, there's ways to, there's ways for you to get drugs. And if your addiction is also to men, it just kept going on and on and on. It never stopped. My father died of a suicidal overdose. I have aunts that died from liver problems due to alcohol, cousins with HIV due to shooting up drugs, cousins that died because they were selling drugs and ingested the drugs and died because of that. There was just so many problems, and it all came down to drugs. It was always the same thing, and I don't have anyone left. It's just myself, my sister, and my nephew. I have another sister which never been exposed to drugs, but it's just so hard when you sit back and you realize you're alone.
Rehab didn't work. Detox didn't work. Residential programs didn't work. But Jenny was able to break this curse. Find out how.
I was living in a shelter, a domestic violence shelter, and one of the residents there invited me to the Universal Church. I felt empty. And just the first day that I entered the doors of the Universal Church, the first service, I remember this overwhelming peace and love, like someone just hugged me and said, "Don't worry, you're where you're supposed to be." I came to the Universal Church on Friday, as the pastor told me I should do. And it didn't happen overnight, but it was very quick. In a matter of months, no, not months, 1 month. In a matter of 1 month, I couldn't stand the smell of cigarettes. I refused to smoke, and my heart, the way I thought and everything was just so different. I refused to smoke. My life right now is peaceful. The best way to describe it is all that drama that was in my life. It was so horrible, the fighting and being arrested and all this craziness. Now I'm so peaceful. I have so much love in my heart, and my family, they're happy. All of us, we're so happy right now. There's a lot of love and unity. I'm just the person that I've always wanted to be. Within myself, my heart and my mind and my soul is completely transformed.
Are you in need of spiritual counseling? Email Bishop Barra, bbf@universal.org.